Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Biscuit. How is everybody doing? Hopefully, everybody is having a good day. So far, so good. I definitely have been having a great day so far. I know y'all gonna be like, girl, where you been? So I have a few updates for you guys. Um, They're good updates, by the way, so nothing like out the ordinary. But I know I've been gone for quite a long time. Well, at least with posting. See, Lord, like, where have you been? So I just kind of want to give some updates before we get into this video. It's actually going to be a piggyback off of my original video that I made. So we're going to get into all of that. But first, I thought that I would share some news with you guys. In October, on the 14th, you guys know that I finished nail school. And with me finishing nail school, of course, I had to register and take the state board exam. So I went ahead and I took the state board exam, and your girl is licensed. Yes. So that was my big news, which is why I've been gone because I wanted to kind of prep myself and I wanted to study and I wanted to make sure I had everything together before I took that test. So, if you guys want me to do a separate video on how was the test, what did you practice with, what type of questions they asked, I do not have a problem with doing a video like that. Of course, I would do another live, but just in case you guys had some Q&A while I am going over the questions, I can kind of go over some stuff that I learned from nail school. You know, we had chapters we had to read and so on and so forth. So your girl is officially a licensed nail tech. Woohoo! So finally, I have a little bit of time where I can breathe and relax. And I have a few videos for you guys. So today's video is going to be a kind of a piggyback off of the video that I made on making your own acrylic powders. So I want to put a disclaimer out there, right? Because I've gotten a lot of feedback on that video in particular, which is great feedback, nothing negative. It's just preference, right? So as a nail tech, or if anybody else is a nail tech, you have a preference on the products that you use, right? So I have a preference on the products that I use. What works for me may not work for you. So I'm not trying to say that to be in a malicious way or anything like that, but nail techs do everything totally different. We all do things differently. We all choose different products. So please, by all means, if you don't like the way that I do something, change it. I have no problem with that. I'm only sharing what works for me. I'm not telling you you have to do it exactly like this. I'm not telling you you have to buy the exact same products as me. I'm just simply recommending products that work for me. Um, Also, I know there's been kind of like a clarification, or you want to know whether it's chalk or pastels. You can use either chalk, pastels, mica powders. You can use whatever you like to use. Me, in that particular video, I wanted to use pastels, chalk, mica powder. I wanted to use it all because I wanted to really see if it worked. So by all means, please wear a mask when you are, of course, grinding down chalk because there are particles that get in the air. I was wearing a mask video. I know a few people said, well, that's unhealthy for you to do that, which, okay, I get it. I was wearing a mask, I knew what I was doing. It's me. These are my choices. Like, I feel like I'm going on a rant, but I'm really not. I'm just trying to tell you guys, like, some things that I do, I chose to do. Um, we all do things differently, and I don't like negative content on my channel. So if you do post some negative stuff, granted, it's going to be deleted. I don't want any negativity on my channel. It's all positivity over here, okay? So, anyways, like I said, I was not trying to rant. I was just basically saying what works for me works for me. If you see something in my videos and you wonder, well, hey, I wonder could we do this, this, and this instead of what you did? By all means, please try it. Nothing, don't rule out anything before you try it. So try it, okay? I appreciate every single one of you guys for rocking with me, subscribing, tuning to my lives, all that good old jazz. So let's begin with this video. I still have my nails on, guys. They've been doing pretty well. So here are my nails. I need to do them, but I don't really have too much new growth. I have just a little. My bling held on very well, if you ask me. I lost one there. This is my Gucci nail. Some of the foil is coming off because, of course, I use bleach and stuff while I'm at work. Some of the flames came off on this hand, but again, this is like 2+ weeks worth of these nails. So I haven't done a fill-in. That will be the next video. Let me go to these comments. Hi, Laura. Yes, where have I been? I've been studying for my exam so that way I could become this licensed nail tech. Hi, Brittany. How are you? Hey, Shakita. Hi, Christina. Hey, Beat by Beauty. Hi, how are you? Hi, Liliana. Laura said, does it matter what type of chalk you are using? Is it just regular chalk? So the chalk that I used in that video is like chalk slash pastels. They're like pastel chalk. I mean, so right, today's video is going to be making your own custom acrylic powders. I found this kit, you guys, that you could just go right and purchase. It includes every single thing, and you just get it all for one price, right to your door, 2-day shipping, okay, and you know exactly where it's from. Everybody say it together. Amazon. Okay, so Laura, yes, I have had these on for a long time, and no breakage, no lifting whatsoever. So I just need to do a feel and change my design. I did lose a rhinestone here. And here, I'm sorry, Swarovski crystal. I lost one there and here, but other than that, they held up and they're still holding up. So I could really go a whole nother week, but depending on how I feel, I may take them off. I mean, not off. I may fill them in. I'm sorry. But right now it's good. But I'm thinking I kind of want to do something right before Thanksgiving. So I'm thinking Tuesday I want to do some. I want to redo my nails. Anyway, so this kit right here is from Saviland. This is their acrylic nail kit. This actually is an all-in-one kit that you can buy. I purchased this with my own money. That is like a replica of the original video I made. So I haven't opened it because I want you guys' reaction along with mine. So this is the Saviland acrylic powder with chalk kit. See? All in one. Everything. I can't wait to open this with you guys. Let's do this right now. How has everybody been? Oh my God, I just feel like I'm a stranger on here. But some of you guys have been following me on Instagram, so it's all love. So let's go ahead and open this. Okay. See, nothing has been opened. I know I should have some scissors, but at this present moment, no scissors. So you know we making do with what we can make do with. Okay. So, oh my gosh, look at this. Look at the packaging for one. Look at the packaging, guys. It's really simple, pretty. Look at that. That is cute. They wrapped it like a little stuffing, like an Easter basket. This is cute. So when you open it, of course, it gives you the Saviland nail kit. Tells you what it is, what it does, what you need, what does it do, how to use it. Okay, it comes with instructions on how to use it. So it tells you what to do. Step 1, use a drill to grind the chalk into fine powder. Step 2, mix color fine chalk powder and acrylic powder. Through step 3, use your drill to grind it evenly. 4, prepare your nails. 5, of course, add a layer of base coat and cure it. So it kind of all just depends on how you lay down your acrylic nails. However, we're going to do one today. But I wanted to let you guys know that this is an all-in-one kit that you can just purchase and it works. So we're going to empty it. Oh, look at these glitters. Okay, so this is a 24 color hair chalk, instantly to change your colored hair. You could use this, like I said, you could use any type of chalk, Crayola chalk, sidewalk chalk, pastels, chalk, all that. You could use whatever you like. However, you will have to add clear acrylic to it to make sure that it still has a strong and sturdy base when you are doing your nails. So this is cute. Okay. So yeah, this is how you would use your hair chalk if you were to use it on your hair. We're not using it for hair, we're using it for nails. So let's go ahead and open this up. I wish, where's my scissors? Who made this up? Here's a small scissors. So today we are going to make 3. And I will let you guys choose the colors we will make. So I like the fact that this actually comes with like this cotton felt piece, so that way you won't have colors rubbing on each other. I like that, and it prevents the colors from bleeding on each other. So we put that over there. Look at these beautiful colors. You guys, just think of the endless amount of options you can make with making your own acrylic powders, okay? I will put the link to this kit in the description box as soon as this live stream is over. You can mix so many colors. You can make a lighter blue. You can make a sky blue lighter than this blue here. You can make a dark olive green. You can grind 2 colors together to make whatever color you want. These are so, so freaking cute. Now, the only thing that I want to see is if they come off on the skin, and they do. So they're not as pigmented on the skin. However, you shouldn't be writing on your skin. But I'm just saying, like when you touch it, it doesn't necessarily leave too much of the color on your hand. So also in this kit, it comes with some jars for you to create your own acrylic. By all means, you can order extra containers off of Amazon. For those that have asked about my containers, I will link those down below as well. But these are my containers that I use. These are the containers that I used when I made my first batch of my own acrylic powders. So you can get any containers you want, but they do come with 3 containers in the kit. So you already have some at your disposal. Laura said, aren't you feeling brown Thanksgiving? Because I know it's so fall, like the yellow and the orange, definitely the brown. This has to be like a burgundy, which is super pretty. Okay, so it also comes with those in the kit. And then it also comes with the Saviland acrylic powder, and this is the clear. So this also comes with 4 ounces of clear acrylic powder. This is a full container, okay? When I say full, I mean this is a full container. The only other container that I have like that is, of course, my Easy Flow, which is also my clear acrylic powder. So this is definitely a bonus. You are winning with a 4 ounce jar of clear acrylic. So this is bomb. So also, not only with that in the kit, they give you some glitters. And who doesn't love the spark, love to create glitters? I do. I love bling, obviously. Hence the nail. So you can create some. So we're going to do it today, and I'm actually going to let you guys choose, since you guys are on the live with me today, on what three colored acrylics we are going to create today. I definitely want to do at least one glitter, so that way we can take a look. But by all means, I know this kit is going to be bomb. Already, I know it's going to be bomb. So we are going to open up these glitters and get them out the packaging. I love that they give you so many freaking options. And while we're at it, oh look, I'm still using that same tool, and I got scissors sitting right here, y'all. Hi, Miss Nikki, to you. Thanks for joining us. Okay, guys. So what I am going to do to get started is I am going to put on my mask, so that way we can get started. Again, you do want to wear some type of protectant um, over your face when you are doing nails to kind of alleviate the smell from the monomer, the chalk. You at least want to have something covering your nose, covering your mouth, so that way you don't inhale a lot of the dirt, dust, and debris when you are doing nails. That is a definitely something you need to do. Okay, so we are going to make three today, and we're going to swatch them as well so we can see the consistency. So let's go. Let's go with number one. What are we doing? I said I at least wanted to make one glitter. Not that it had to match, because you can create a bunch of stuff with this. So let's go. You guys are choosing. I got 9 people in here. So let's go. What color are we doing first? It doesn't have to be fall colors. It could be bright colors. We could do 2 colors at the same time to try to combine them to get a color. Whatever you guys want to do. I am down. Debbie says orange with orange glitter. Okay. You want the light orange or dark orange? I'm just going to get my drill bit out. So the only thing that this kit doesn't come with, of course, is a drill. So the drill that I use is my Melody Susie drill. It's a 30,000 RPM drill. I will link that down below. I got that off of where? Amazon. Right to your door. So we got our drill bits. We're going to lock that in place. And we are going to get a sanding band. Okay, so we got our sanding band on, and I'm going to get 2 more sanding bands later once we come up with the other colors. So we're going to do light orange, and Debbie said with orange glitter. All right, that's first. So let's put this over to the side. We're going to just get a paper towel, so that way we can kind of cover up any type of mess that we may make. Not saying that we're gonna make one. Okay. All right, and we are going to open up our jar. So this is a smaller jar, but at least the kit includes jars. You can always buy more if you need to. And I'm sure Saviland has some jars. If I could find some from Saviland, I will link them down below. If not, I will just link the ones that I purchased before in my previous video. So when you are grinding down chalk, okay, you don't have to use the whole entire chalk. However, the more chalk you use, of course, the more pigmented it will be, but the more clear acrylic powder you will need to add to make sure that you have that strength back into the nail for the acrylic. So that's what I'm saying. My chalks were not this long. They were probably about half of this. So of course, when you grinded it down, it was like maybe this much into there. So let's do that. By all means, if you'd like to wear gloves, make sure you put some gloves on. I am going to put some on just in case. The pigment might be a little stronger than we are anticipating. But I'm super excited for this kit, and you guys need to go grab it, pick it up, so that way you can make your own custom acrylics. You just need to get some extra jars, of course, if you want to make your own custom acrylic collection. But again, the link for this will be in the description box. Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna kind of open this, and we are going to turn this to 15,000 RPMs. As you see, it's on 15,000. That's 30,000. All right, so let me go back to 15,000. So again, like I said, we are going to just take a little bit because we want to be able to see what type of color we're going to make. So what I like to do is put the chalk inside of the container. You guys want me to come a little bit closer? Here, let me come a little bit closer. Look at that. There we go. Okay, so we're going to put both in here and slowly grind it. Again, you don't have to use the entire piece of chalk. You could just use a little bit. So see, I use a little bit. If you want to add more, by all means, add more. So I got just a little bit inside of here. think I'm going to add just a little bit more. Okay, so there we go. So that's just enough to get us started. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this back in the container. And look, you can continue to save your chalk. So imagine how long you will have this for. Who's going to use all of this in one nail set? I mean, come on, right? So we are going to open up our acrylic. This is clear acrylic. It comes with the kit. Like I said, you got everything you need. One-stop shop in this kit, except for a nail drill and the drill bit. Of course, those are all accessories that you will have to purchase. So I have this actual, it's a tweezer, but it has a scooper on the end. So I'm going to use this. You could use a plastic spoon. I did go ahead in my previous video. I used the plastic spoon to kind of know how many spoonfuls you will need. I don't think I have any spoons in here. I have to go get one from my kitchen. Uh, Let me see. Because y'all, I got like some of everything. So who knows? You might find and be like, oh, I knew I had that. Just so that way you guys could kind of know some type of ratio to what I'm putting in. But again, you have to kind of play with it back and forth. So my colors may not be the same as your colors. So you just have to kind of play with it and then go from there. So I'm going to take just a little bit here, and I'm going to do 2 for right now. And then we are going to add some of that glitter. Now, it's how much glitter you want. I like it to be spicy, of course. So, you know, we need to bling it out a little bit. And then what I am going to do is just take my tweezers and kind of move it around some. Just stir it up. We're going to take our nail drill anyway, and we're going to go in there and grind it just to make sure that all the particles are fine. Okay. So, and when you do that part, you want to put your drill on as low as possible. So mine is on 3,000 RPMs. And I'm going to take my drill and I'm just going to basically rub it around in here. Back and forth, left and right, in a circle, opposite circle, reverse. Just to make sure that it's nice and fine. And it's okay if you hear that noise on the bottom. That's what you want to hear. So that way you know you are grinding the acrylic powder and the chalk together. Okay? So that looks good to me. By all means, if you need to go back in to adjust and make it finer, you can. So I'm going to get a dapping dish. We're going to do some swatches for you guys. Get my acrylic brush. I'm going to use my acrylic brush by Model Ones, and this brush I got off at Amazon. Okay. Get a new paper towel so we can do these swatches. Hi, Lisa. Hi, Jade, Quay. How are you? Okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to pick up a little ball here. And look at that. Look at those glitters that's in there. Look at that. That's so pretty. And you don't have to do orange with orange. You could do orange and, I don't know, gold. You can mix. It doesn't have to be orange or orange, but this is super pretty. Look at that. And it's like iridescent glitters. Let's do one more. And again, you can add more clear. Make it to the consistency that works for you. Look at that. Oh, so pretty. And you're making your own acrylics. How dope is that? I'm not saying that you wouldn't want to buy from these brands like Model Ones, Young Nails, but nothing like being able to create a color right off the back for your clients and they want something custom. Look at that. So pretty. And then just don't forget to always encapsulate your acrylics that you make. So you just take a bead and of course you would encapsulate over your nails just so that way it protects your design. Not only that, when you are filing, it won't take off the glitter or the design that you've already created. So yeah, good choice. Great choice, Debbie. So pretty. So you can name this. You could probably do it like pumpkin spice and everything nice. Good choice. So, and then you can also just, like I said, keep these in your storage, make numbers, make a swatch stick. Matter of fact, let's do that too. While we got you here, I'm gonna pull out 3 and let's just do 3 swatches. 1, 2, and here's this one. It did come out real pretty. And like I said, once this is done, just rinse it out and create you a new color. But like I said, it's going to take you some time to go through this unless all of your clients want the same colors. I mean, it could happen. Okay. Okay, so we will let that dry. Pretty. Okay. All right, so what's our next color? Reminds me of Cheeto Dust, Morgan. You lick your fingers. All right, guys, what's next? Give me some colors. In the meantime, so I'm going to change out this sanding band because we already used it for the orange. I mean, unless you want to mix colors, then mix them. If you don't, then you need to change out your sanding band. So I normally get my sanding bands from where, everybody? Amazon. So I actually got 3 packs of these sanding bands for like $5.99. Don't sleep on Amazon for nail stuff. That's practically almost where I get most of my nail stuff from. So you just go ahead and add that. So let's choose another color. Let me go to these comments too. J. Clay said, never mind, seeing it on the nail is perfect color. I think the blue towel made it seem darker than it was, but it's so beautiful. Yes, it is. Debbie, it is pretty. Thanks for the suggestion. Back it up a little. Can you back up a little so I can see the colors in the tray? Yep, here you go. Have you done a seafoam? Nope. The only color so far that I've done is the orange because this kit actually includes containers, but it only includes 3 for you to go ahead and make your acrylic powders. However, you can make more acrylic powders with containers. You just have to purchase them separately. So these are the containers that I did when I originally made my video for acrylic powders. So these are actually my custom acrylic powders that I make or have made. Morgan said, what about a vibrant pink next to that purple? This one right here. Ooh, I still got my nails on. This one right here. Okay, Morgan said the pink next to this purple. All right, let's do it. All right. So I'm just going to move my swatch paper towel for the meantime. And I'm going to cover my clear acrylic just because you don't want any particles in there. So we are going to do this vibrant pink. And I'm going to turn my drill up to 15,000 again. And again, like I said, I like to actually insert the chalk into the container and put the drill underneath it, but it's flat on the surface. Hey, Quinetta. I just got here. So the kit that I'm using is the Saviland acrylic nail kit. It comes with all this stuff in here except for the nail drill, hold on, let me turn this down. The drill bit, my brushes, monomer, all of that. So it only includes clear acrylic powder. It gives you 3 containers. It gives you the chalk to create your own custom acrylics. And that is what we are doing. So, I mean, I will leave the links down in the description box so that way you can purchase it. You can also follow Saviland on Instagram. I know I follow them a lot and they make some cute stuff. So make sure you follow them on Instagram too. I know they only give you a lot of chalk for only 3 containers, but it's just their kit. So that's why I said you can definitely purchase a pack of 40 for like maybe 12 bucks. If I find something, it will be in the description box so that way you guys can just purchase both at the same time. You can purchase the kit and you can purchase more containers. So don't fret. You can get more containers and you can use this whole entire pack and create whatever colors you want. All right, so let's go ahead and get started. Turn this up to 15,000. Of course, especially if you get it from Amazon. And you will have it in 2 days at your doorstep. Hello. Can somebody say, we winning? Oh my God, this pink is so pretty. Okay. So again, you don't, let me turn this down some. You don't have to use this whole entire thing of chalk. You don't have to. If you want to, go ahead. You don't have to. Trust me, just enough, especially because this looks so pigmented. You can probably just get away with using half of it or a quarter of it, but it all just depends on what you're looking for. So I guess we will try that out this time around, right? So we only have just a little bit. What I am going to do is take my spatula and I'm going to use 2 scoops of this, and I'm just gonna take my tweezers and kind of just start mixing it. Even though we're gonna go through, see how look is some chunks in here, we're gonna go through with the sanding band to make sure that we got it real fine. Hey Vanessa, you're playing with this kit right now. How funny. I know, right? I could not wait. So what we're gonna do is we are going to turn this on about 3,000 RPMs and we're just gonna put our drill inside of here. And we are going to make sure that it's really fine. So I like to hold mine in my hand. By all means, you can keep it on the ground. I'm not on the ground, on the table, and then do it that way. Whatever works for you. Okay, so see, I'm just going around, making sure that it's fine. Okay, so it looks good to me. No more lumps and clumps and bumps. Okay, so let's go ahead and do some swatching. You can also make this lighter, right? Huh. There's so many things you could do with this. I kind of want to add this glitter in here, you guys, but I'm not going to do it. I'm not. We're not going to do that. So let's go ahead and swatch this puppy. So here's how it looks wet. So it definitely is a darker pink. But again, I do have a blue towel that's down here, so we're going to do it on the... so see, me and Morgan on the same page. I was going to ask for glitter. That glitter. You can make this lighter if you don't want it so dark, right? Let me show y'all the trick on how to do that. So if you want to make something lighter, all you have to do is we're going to change our sanding band again. Of course, I said these sanding bands are, they are $5.99. You get 3 packs of sanding bands, and you get a lot. So what we're going to do is we are going to take our white chalk, and that's how we're going to make it lighter. I mean, you could just use a lighter chalk if you want to, but if you wanted this hot pink but just wanted it a different shade, by all means, let's just add a little bit of white in there. See, we only just used the corner. Okay, so only thing though is that of course you will have to go back in and mix it. And you'll still have to take your drill and go back in and make sure that you got the lumps out. We're gonna put this on 3,000 RPMs. And we're just gonna make sure it's smooth. You can already see the color getting lighter, that it got lighter. So it doesn't take long. Okay. So even though it looks darker here, it's definitely lighter here. You can see that. I know my camera isn't picking it up, but let's go ahead and do swatches. I just want to make sure that was good. Hold on. Let's add another bead. All right, so we're just gonna let that dry, and we're gonna move on to our next one. Y'all, I'm super excited. So we're gonna put the lid on that. So what's our, uh-oh, I'm missing the comments here, you guys. The orange was really nice on the nail. Yes, it was. Thanks, Cornetta. My phone hates me. Damn typos. I forgot the powder makes it look lighter than the activated color. Yes. So light blue. Somebody said, Mel said lime green. Oh, that's gonna be pretty. Green and blue together is gonna be so pretty. Seafoam is gonna be true because she doesn't have basic chalk that color, but maybe green and blue. Right. So you have to play around with these colors to kind of find what works and what color combinations you want. There are endless choices, but again, this kit gives you all the choices you need to come up with any colors you want. Jay Quave said I purchased a larger chalk that was linked in the previous video. Yes, this is just a, I had to purchase all of that separate and it was just the chalk. But this kit right here gives you the chalk, the clear acrylic, 4 ounces worth. This is a big jar, okay? And then it gives you these little containers here. It only gives you 3, but you could purchase more off of where? Amazon. And it also comes with glitters. So hold on, let me adjust the camera. So it comes with those glitters right there that you see. So all that comes in this kit. So it's endless possibilities, endless creations, glitters. Who doesn't want glitter? Okay. Hey Christine, how are you? Quinetta, I'm looking for gold and red for the holidays. What colors do you think make a beautiful peach? I love peach. It's funny, I don't use acrylic, I just use polish and sometimes gel, but I love watching mixed videos and lives. Yes, I love using everything, okay? As a nail tech, I love it all. So if you guys don't know, here is my nail polish rack. I use D&D. Look at these colors. So trust me, I use almost anything and everything to create nails for my clients. So, all right, so let's do another color. I think somebody said lime green. I think that that would be pretty. I think lime green would be really pretty. Okay, so I'm trying to get, there we go. So we take the sanding band off and we put a new sanding band on. And we just get rid of the dust. As I said, it is important that you use gloves so you won't have your hands to be stained. But if you don't want to each its own, you know. Just like I said in the beginning of the video, do what works for you. I'm only on here showing you guys the way that I would do it and have done it. So, as I say, do what works for you guys. So, lime green, right? Because this color right here has been screaming. I think it was Mel who said that, lime green. I'm scrolling up the comments to see. I think I might have passed it. Yep, Mel. It was you, lime green. I don't know, the green screams money. That's probably why I like it. But let's do the green, guys. So again, we're gonna do the same thing. I'm just going to cover my clear acrylic powder. We are going to open up the container. We got our new sanding band on. Can you do a DIY marbled on your next video? Sure. We are going to turn this up to 15,000 and let's go. This lime green also screams like tropical vibes to me. You know what? This time, let's go use half of the chalk, right? Let's use half of it. Because I've really only been using a quarter. Okay, so there we go. We use half of it. There it goes. And then we're just going to turn this on 3,000 RPMs and we're going to give it a nice little mix real quick before we put the acrylic powder in there. Okay. So we are going to take our acrylic powder. We're going to use 2 scoops. Again, you can use a plastic spoon for this. I'm only using 2 scoops only because this container is really small. I'm going to put the lid back on that. Yes, you can add white acrylic powder to it. Okay, so let's turn this back on to 3,000 and let's just mix. I'll try to hold it up so you guys can see me doing it. So I'm just going in circles clockwise and counterclockwise just to make sure that it's real fine. Okay, so let's do our swatches. I'm going to add just a little bit more monomer, not too much. Super pretty. That's some money green for you right there. Oh, and just imagine if you made matte nails. Oh, yeah, pretty. All right, let's go ahead and do our swatch. Okay. Okay. This green is bomb. Yes, Natasha, if you put white acrylic in it, it would lighten it. That is correct. Look at that green. Bomb. Can I please add white? Sure. So I'm just going to add the white chalk in here. I just gotta let you guys know I got nails on. There we go. So I'm just going to change it. Well, Morgan said not as lime as I expected, but still very pretty. So you can create you can create your own lime with adding more whites. You can change the color by adding white. You can make it darker by adding a darker green. So you can create whatever you want. And yes, you can put mica powders in your acrylic, because I have ordered a box of 50 mica powders. So you can do that. I did that in my last acrylic video. So you can add mica powders in here, which will another shade of um, give you another shade of color. So trust me, there's endless possibilities that you could do. You can get these mica powders too. Like with that pink, we could have just added like a little bit of purple shimmer in it. I mean, you got copper here. You can match that with this stuff. Oh my gosh. Like I said, there's so many possibilities, but this kit gives you the basic stuff that you need to make your own acrylics. I've seen that video. Which do you like better? I like them both because they do the same thing. But me personally, that last video I made was just with the chalk. So I had to purchase everything separately. I had to use my own clear acrylic powder. Um, I didn't get any containers. I didn't get any glitters. So this kit actually provides you endless options for you to create and keep creating different colors. So I would have to say I like the kit a little bit more, only because it gives me glitters. Glitters make everything better. Drop a white heart if you agree. Glitter makes everything better. Okay, so let's add this white like you guys requested to make it lighter. You could also just add white acrylic powder. You could do that. Okay. So you can add as much white as you want to come up with your color. I added just a little bit. See? Hi, Miss China Doll. Hi, Cherie. Hi, Tink. Hey, everybody. Hey, Vanessa. Hey, Brooklyn Chick. I had to take my glove off, you guys, because I was trying to scroll up on my tablet to make sure I saw all these, everybody, and read your comments. So what we're going to do is I'm just going to make sure it's real fine. Okay. And then it's a little lighter now, huh? It's only a shade lighter, but you'll have to add more white to it if you want it to be more round. So, like I said, you can do a lot of things. I'm trying to find another swatch stick. so we can compare, because I'm swatching on a blue paper towel, so it's kind of not giving you guys the true color. So, but it's definitely lighter than that green we just did. Look at that. Now tell me that ain't lying. Tell me that's not lying. See? And I'll show you guys the comparison. So we'll let that dry for a little bit. But this kit, okay, so I'm done. I can take my gloves off. This kit is amazing. Do you hear me? You get all this in one. So I will leave the link down below. So this video, we made 3 acrylic powders. You can name them. This could be pumpkin spice latte. This could be hot girl summer. This one could be money bags. You know, you can create and name your own things like you want. Um, like I said, I created my own acrylic powders uh, with other chalks or pastels. So the options are endless, but this kit gets you started right away. So I'm gonna leave the link in the description box down below. Hopefully you guys will get this kit. Let me know if you do. Like I said, I have tons of colors. I enjoyed creating this video with you guys. Um, you guys picked some good colors. Like I said, only thing you'll need to buy is a drill. This drill I got from Amazon is by Melody Susie. So, I mean, look at this. And I still have, if this is like what, maybe half a jar or 3/4 of a jar full. Once I run out of this, I could create another batch. I mean, it's so many colors. You have the blues, greens, browns. Oh, look at this. Look at the purples. That purple would have been blue along with this one right here. The red, real hot girl summer with this red. So, like I said, this kit, I will show you guys again. Let me just clean up so that way I can really show you what this kit includes. Throw that in the garbage. Does the chocolate do damage to the drill? No. I've had this drill for a year now. We're gonna wash that. We can put these scissors up. Sherry, you have these chalks? Good. Okay, so let me show you guys these colors that we did. And let me show you the comparison between the 2 greens that we did. So again, this was the original green. And you guys said that it wasn't as vibrant like a lime. Hold on, let me get my light in here. Okay, so you guys said it wasn't as vibrant, but here it is. Okay, and then here is the lighter green. Look at the difference, and that was only done by adding whites. Um, it was done by adding whites chalk to the color. So that's I said you can make your own. You can make your own colors. You guys, look at that. Look at that. We did some glitters in here. This was pink. It's supposed to be a hot pink. You can definitely make it a lighter pink by just adding white chalk, or you can add white acrylic. I mean, the possibilities are endless, but at least this kit gets you started in the right direction with creating your own acrylic powders. Don't sleep on this. Purchasing from these companies like Not Polish and Young Nails, still continue to do that, but it's not like being your own creator and say, yeah, I created that. I took the time out to make these colors. Not only that, if your client says, oh, make this a little lighter, you'll be like, no problem. It'll make it seem like you took the time to create the color just for them, you know? So, all right. So what came in this kit from Saviland? This is the box, okay? Everything came in here. The chalks came in here. These are all the colors. Granted, we just use them, okay? It comes with a 4-ounce jar of clear acrylic. This is a big container of clear acrylic powder. I mean, what more can you ask for? Just like I kind of did a comparison with my Easy Flow, this is the same container. They give you this. What more can you ask for? It also comes with 3 containers. Granted, we just created our 3 colors, but it comes with 3 empty ones. I will say that I wish they did carry more containers, so because you have all these colors, but this will start you off. Again, you can purchase more containers off of Amazon. So, comes with those. And then it comes with all of these glitters. It came with these in the kit. So it came with a red, blue, black, orange. Here's the gold. You could do this green and gold for Christmas. Christmas is coming up. You got a green here. You got like a nice little turquoise color here. You got silver. You got like some light pink. You got a like rose gold or rose pink. You got a clear iridescent glitter. And then you also have like this yellow. It almost looks like gold and yellow, but it's a lighter yellow. So this all comes in the kit. All that comes in the kit. So the only thing that you will need is a nail drill, and you will need acrylic powder, acrylic brushes. You will need to buy all of that. So this kit will be linked in the description box for you to purchase off of Amazon. Don't sleep on this. When I say do not sleep on this. I'm so excited. Not like I need any more acrylic powders, but check this out. So, oops, sorry guys. Like I said, I create a ton of acrylic powders with chalk or pastels, mica powders, you name it, whatever. All these I've created. Okay? Be your own boss. Make your own stuff. You know what I'm saying? You can do that. So, anyways, I'm glad you guys tuned in for this video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. Thanks for creating some stuff with me. Thank you for being a part of this live. Thank you for tuning in. Like I said, I know I've been gone, but your girl is officially a licensed nail tech. Whoop whoop. So it felt good to pass that state exam. So like I said, you can do whatever you want. I'm gonna come back and make another video regarding my experience with going to school. Do I feel like it was worth it? Um, how did the state board go? I do have like some practice exam questions, so we can kind of do that. We could chit chat. Um, so yeah, thank you all. Yes, I know. Thank you all for the congratulations. I know I'm super excited. I don't know what to do with myself, but that's why I have been gone from YouTube and I haven't posted any. Um, that's why I haven't posted any videos lately. But I have been doing clients, especially if you follow me on Instagram at IamBiscuit7. I still have been taking clients. But I've been trying to kind of focus more on taking that exam, and I'm glad I did. We'll talk about that in another video. But I passed. So this link to this kit will be in the description box. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. I kind of do need to start going live on Instagram a little bit more, but I love my YouTube family. Y'all always come through. So we have a good time over here, especially in the lives. Um, so yeah. If there is anything you guys need from me, drop it in the comment section. Of course, give this video a thumbs up. Make sure that you share this video. Inspire some more new nail techs out there to create their own stuff. But especially because we're still in kind of quarantine, um, you know, you can create your own stuff. Be your own boss. So um, it's okay. I'm on here. I've been on here for a long time. I feel like 72 minutes I've been on here. So, I come through when I can come through. Trust me, there will be more videos to come. I actually want to organize my desk with me because, man, I have a lot of stuff. I'm not trying to say that I'm not organized, but I could do a little bit better. Hi, loser. How are you? So yeah, if there's anything you guys need from me or have questions about in this video, drop it down below. I'm always reading you guys' comments, trying to respond when I can. If there's something you want to talk to me directly about, you can inbox me on Instagram at IamBiscuit7. I will do my best to get back to you. I am well, loser. Thanks for asking. So I hate to leave you guys, but I'm going to leave you guys here off this video, of course. I will be coming back with more videos. I have a few more videos to put out. I have 2 to edit. So things like that. So, make sure you guys hit that subscribe button, hit your notifications so that way, hit your notification bell so that way you guys know when I post another video. Like I said, I'm so grateful for all of you guys to be subscribed to me and follow me on this journey. It's really appreciated. We're learning together. I like to kind of show what I learned. Hopefully you guys will learn from it too. Some things you may or may have not known, but we share over here. We don't hide any tricks of the trade. No, nothing. Everybody can do this. Anybody can do this. So it's just kind of based on what you want to do as an individual. So other than that, love you guys. I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.